guys, welcome to my video. My name is Liz and today I have a bunch of new different products that we're going to be testing out. One of the products we're going to be trying out is the new MAC Luck Times Fortune Lunar New Year eyeshadow palette along with its lipstick. We're going to be trying out the Too Faced Diamond Light highlighter. We're going to be trying out the two different new Shape Tape foundations from Tarte. And we're also going to be trying out the new Tarte Busy Gal Brows Brow Gel and a couple of other goodies. So if you guys want to check out some new products that just came out, keep on watching. So to start out, I'm going to be using the new Benefit Pore Professional Pearl Primer. And I got this about a month ago, and ever since I got it, I just fell in love with it. It completely blurs your skin, it fills in your pores, and just makes your makeup look absolutely flawless. So I'm just putting this all over my face and rubbing it in circles, and I feel like this is the best way to get the primer in all of your pores. I'm going to be trying the new Shape Tape Double Duty Foundation, and I have both the matte and the hydrating version. The hydrating one I got in medium sand, and the matte one I got in medium honey. Now I have already used these products for about 4 days each, so I can give you guys an honest review on them. This will not be my first impressions. So on my right side of my face, I'm going to be using the hydrating one, which is in this little blue label here. And the matte version is in the purple packaging. So you can see right on front, it's purple. When I first tried these, I really liked the formula. I was very surprised. I was very disappointed at the shade range. I thought the color selection was absolutely awful, and I didn't feel like these foundations deserved a video on their own. So that's why I'm putting it in this video with a bunch of products. I'm putting the hydrating one on the right side of my face, and when you open it, it has the same applicator as the Shape Tape itself. And you don't get a lot of product when you're dipping in. So one dip is not equal to a full pump in regular bottles. So I'm just going to be putting this on the right side of my face. And this is a very smooth, hydrating formula. This is about the same formula as the regular Shape Tape concealers. And I do like full coverage foundations. So I found that I needed to put 2 layers on when I was using this when I tried it out originally. And to buff this out, I am going to be using the foundation brush that they came out with on Tarte to go with this formula. And I am just going to be buffing this out. And the brush itself is not bad. It's really nice and soft. It blends things out really, really well. I don't feel like it gives you the most full coverage when you're using it though. I think it gives you more full coverage than the Beauty Blender, but not as much as I was hoping to have with it. Now I did just get a new brush from Morphe, and it's not a new brush that they just came out with, but it's the brush that Laura Lee uses, and it's the Morphe Y6, and I absolutely love it. I have been trying to find a brush that will give me full coverage and doesn't shear out my foundation. And if you're looking for the same thing, that is the brush to get. So everything is blending out really nice. There are no lines, no streaks. Everything looks great. I really like this formula. I think it looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. And I just want to show you what it looks like with one side. And this is my regular skin with nothing on except the primer. And then this is the side with the hydrating foundation on it. So on the next side, I'm going to be using the matte foundation. And this shade is in medium honey. To do the same thing, I'm going to be putting it on my forehead, dipping in once, under my eyes, on my face. I'm going to dip in again. In the middle of my chin, on a little bit on my nose. And I just want to show you, when you dip in, that much gets on the brush. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that does not equal out to a full pump of foundation. If you are pumping it out in a regular pump tube. So now I want to show you guys the Morphe Y6 with this foundation. I think this brush just gives you absolute full coverage, and I am in love with it. And this formula, when I used it with the other brush, it had the same exact sheerness to it. I did not think that it was more full coverage than the other one, which a lot of people are saying. I really think it just depends how much product you're putting on your face and what brush you're using. So this is the coverage that I'm getting with the matte foundation on the left side compared to the hydrating foundation on the right side. And for the second layer, I'm going to go in with the hydrating side with the Morphe Y6 brush. And then on the matte side, I'm going to be going in with this brush just to show you how everything looks. So I'm going back in with my medium sand hydrating formula just so I can build up the coverage, because I do like a full coverage formula. And I'm going to be using my Morphe Y6 to blend this out. I have done a full wear test on these foundations. I wore them for 3 days in a row, each one, and I wore them on my full face to see how they wore during the day. And I was actually pretty happy. I first tried out the matte foundation because I thought I was going to like that formula a lot better, and I really liked it. The only place it wore off was on my nose, but every single foundation, even my Holy Grail Huda Beauty, it wears off on the tip of my nose after maybe about 4 hours. So that's pretty normal for me, and I don't know why it does that on my nose and not anywhere else, but I don't know. I think maybe because that's where I have some more dry skin. This is the coverage with 2 layers using the hydrating formula, and this is 1 layer using the matte formula. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I really like the formula. I like how it feels on my face. It's not very heavy. I think it makes my skin look very pretty and flawless and very porcelain. So I'm going to be putting a second layer of the matte foundation on, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. And I'm going to be taking this brush this time. So my camera actually died, but I already put my concealer on. I used the Kylie Jenner new concealer, and the shade was in Pinenut. Next, I'm going to be trying out the new Double Duty Busy Gal Brows Eyebrow Gel. And this has a tiny little spoolie at the end, and it's covered with colored gel. And it's supposed to make your brows nice and full and beautiful. So first, I'm going to go in with a spoolie just to kind of get them in the shape that I want them, and they're nice and fluffy. Then I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Busy Gal Brows, and this is a super tiny spoolie. It's even tinier than the Benefit Tinted Brow Gel one. And let's see how this works. The spoolie is small enough that I feel like the gel is coating all of my brows, and that it's actually brushing every single brow and putting it in place. The formula feels a little bit sticky, and I don't know if it would replace a pomade. This color is in taupe, and it's actually coming out pretty dark, which is the lightest shade that they had. So I don't know if that's good or bad, because people with blonde hair, I don't know if you could use this. And it does feel, the formula feels a little bit sticky, and it's kind of looking like my brows are wet, but not in a bad way. So I'd like to see how they kind of dry down, and if they're gonna get crispy or hard. I mean, it's not elongating the tail of my brows, which I like to do sometimes, so I would use this after I use a liner or a pomade. It did get a little bit messy right there and a little bit on the top. So I would just be a little bit more careful. So I just want to show you guys before I clean it up. This is what it looks like with the Double Duty Beauty Busy Gal Brow Gel. And this is what it looks like before. So it does look like I actually have more brows on this side than I do on this side. And it looks nice and neat besides just the formula that I got underneath. So I think I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, and then we're going to see what the final verdict is. This is the final result. I did put them in both my brows, and I really do like the wand. I think it's super small and it combs through my brows really well. It did darken them a lot, and this is the taupe color, which I'm very surprised at. I really wanted to get a light brown color and thought that this one might even be too light because it was the lightest shade that they had. But I'm surprised at how dark it made my brows look. So I don't know what people with blonde brows are going to be using if this is the lightest color. I do think that it looks like I have more eyebrows and that they're a little bit fluffier, which is great. I would not use this product alone. I would probably use a brow pencil first or brow pomade and then go over this like I do with the brow tones. I do think the Busy Gal Brows by Tarte is a little bit cheaper than the Benefit Brow Tones, and I think that they do pretty much the same thing. I do like this, and I do like the way they look. And they're not crusty at all. They're not hard. They're actually, they feel soft, like I don't have any product in them, which is really nice. So the next product that we're going to use is the MAC Luck and Fortune new eyeshadow palette that just came out. And I am absolutely in love with it. I think the colors are so beautiful. This is what it looks like. It has a beautiful ombre packaging. It has 9 different shadows. I will say that when I first got it, I was surprised that the shadows are so tiny. They are super tiny. So this is a regular MAC shadow that you get the singles. And then and here is the 9-pan palette that I just got. And this is the size comparison. And see, it's a lot smaller. It's almost, yeah, it's almost double as small. I mean, these are pretty damn big compared to this. This wasn't that expensive. I think it was maybe anywhere from $32 to $40 or $42, which isn't that bad for 9 different colors, but they are pretty small. And then I do want to try out the new Tarte Toast the Good Life eyeshadow brushes today. So I'm going to be using this with the new MAC palette. So these brushes don't have any numbers in here, but I'm going in with the biggest Tarte brush that I have. And I'm going into this middle color right here. They don't have any shade names on the palette, so I just have to tell you by where they are put. And there is no mirror, which kind of stinks. So I'm going into that middle color, and I'm putting this right in my crease. And this color in the pan, it kind of looks like a medium brown. And on, it's kind of looking like peaches pinkish. But it's actually a really pretty color. It's blending out really nicely. So far, I am very happy with it. And this is not the first time that I am using this eyeshadow palette. This is actually my second time because I had to use it when I got it. I was so excited. I think the colors are absolutely beautiful. And so I'm just going to keep going into this crease until I'm happy with the amount of pigment. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of my eye. These shadows blend out very nicely. I love MAC shadows. These brushes this brush is pretty good so far too. And it's really nice and soft and fluffy. So next I'm going to go in with this shade, which is in the lower left-hand corner. It's like a deep mauve color. And I'm going to be taking it on the smaller blending brush in the Tarte eyeshadow set. And I'm going to be putting this color a little lower in my crease, just to deepen it up a little bit. And this shade so far does not have a lot of fallout in the pan or on my eyes. Next, I am going to go into the dark brown color, which is this middle outer color. And I'm just gonna put that on my outer corner and then to deepen in the outer part of my crease. And I'm gonna be using the same brush by Tarte. And this looks really pigmented, so I'm just gonna be taking a small amount and tapping off the brush. There's practically no fallout from this brown color either, which I'm very shocked because normally dark colors, especially browns and blacks, give you a lot of fallout under your eyes. And I'm just going to go back in with that first brush and I'm going to dip into that outer shade that we used, the mauve purplish pink color, and I'm just going to run it over the crease again just to make sure that all these colors are blended in together. Next, I'm going to be taking this middle top color, which is a shimmery peachish color, and I'm going to be taking it on the Tarte brush, which is a flat shader brush. I'll show you guys what it looks like without Fix Plus first. So I'm going to be taking this color on the first and middle of my eye. And this is a really pretty color. So that's what it looks like without any Fix Plus. So I really want to amp it up, so I'm going to take some Fix Plus on it. And I'm using the new Fix Plus coconut spray. I really like it. I'm surprised because I thought it was going to be a more powering coconut spray, and even the lavender one, it's just a very hint of that scent, which I really like because I was afraid I was going to break out if it was too strong. Oh yeah. The Fix Plus intensifies this color so much more. So I would recommend using Fix Plus if you guys are going to use the shimmer color in this palette. And there are 2 shimmer colors in this palette. I'm going to take the last brush that we used and go back into this brown color right here and just kind of go over the outer part where the shimmery color and the brown meets, just to kind of blend out that line. Then I'm going to take the first brush that we used with no more product on it, which is the big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go over my crease just to make sure that everything is blended in. Then I'm going to take my MAC 228 brush, which is just a very small shader brush for the inner corner and brow bone, and I'm going to take this first color here, which is a shimmery lighter color, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner and my brow bone. And I'll show you what it looks like without Fix Plus first. And this is really pretty. This is like a very bright pink color. So it actually looks really nice. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like with Fix Plus as well. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that makes it pop even more. Do you guys see that? So this is no Fix Plus, Fix Plus. So I'm just going to dip back in and put some Fix Plus on the other eye. This color is stunning. Wow. Sorry. And then I'm going to take that same color and put it on my brow bone. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take this color right here, and that's the color that we used for the crease. And I'm going to run this along my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the dark brown color, and I'm going to put that on the outer third of my lash line. Now that I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'm going to take the Clinique Pretty Easy eyeliner pen, and I'm just going to put this on my upper lash line. Now I'm going to be taking my Marc Jacobs eyeliner in black and putting it on my lower lash line. So I'm going to be trying out the new Tarte Man Eater mascara today. I do really like this formula. I just don't like the wand. I don't feel like it's going through my lashes. The formula is picking up my lashes though, and it is curling them quite a bit. But I never like wands like this, so I'm not surprised. And I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Center of Attention lashes today, and these are some of my favorite lashes to wear. I just think they're so gorgeous. They make your eyes really pop. And you guys want to make sure that the lash glue gets a little bit tacky before you put them on the eyelid, or else they're going to keep sliding around and it's going to be really hard to place them. So to finish off the look, I'm going to be going in with MAC's Pure Happiness lipstick. This is in a very beautiful, like pinkish, coralish color. Pure Happiness color is in the Cream Sheen formula, so it's very moisturizing, super pigmented, and I think this color is absolutely stunning. So one last thing before we end today's video, I do want to try out the new Too Faced Diamond Light Highlighting Powder. I absolutely think this is the cutest packaging. It comes in a regular box, and then when you open it, it comes in this little ring box, and it looks like you feel like you're getting proposed to as soon as you open it. It's really cute. So I'm going to take this Wet n Wild brush. It's just a regular brush, my favorite go-to brush. And this is such a beautiful iridescent color. I'm just gonna go like this, and we're gonna add some to see what it looks like. Oh wow. This is such a beautiful iridescent color. And from what I see, it's not giving me a gray stripe. So it's not noticeable when I turn this way. I don't know if it's noticeable to you guys, but when I look in the mirror, I can't see it that way. I think it's absolutely stunning. You can build it up or have it nice and subtle. For the other side, I want to use some Fix Plus. So I'm just going to do the same amount. And I know you're supposed to spray your cheek and then go in with it. So let's do a couple sprays. And then I'm going to go in with this. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if that made any different. So I'm going to go in again, and I'm going to spray my brush this time and see what happens. Oh yeah, that made a big difference. So if you guys like a blinding highlight, I would definitely spray your brush, not your face. And then it'll build up really nice. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side just so they're even. So this one was before the Fix Plus, and this is with the Fix Plus. And then I'm just going to add a little bit on my nose. And then some on my lips. And then what I like to do after is I like to just take a fluffy brush and then kind of go over it so it's not as intense. And so it's all blended together with my foundation. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I really loved creating this look with this palette. I think these colors are so beautiful. I love that they came out with a pink palette. I think the packaging is absolutely stunning with the ombre. I do wish that they came out with a mirror right here. I really liked this eyeshadow palette. I thought it worked great. I thought it blended well together, but I wouldn't expect anything else from MAC's eyeshadows. This palette is only $32, which is a pretty good steal for 9 MAC eyeshadows, so I think it is definitely worth the purchase. Currently, this selection is sold out online, but if you want to get your hands on it, I would check your nearest MAC or Nordstrom store. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the eye look that I created, and I hope you guys had fun testing out all these new products with me. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the look that I created, and if you want to see more looks by me and more reviews, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload a new video. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!